So I think it's been almost a month now since I took this footage, but anyway, enjoy a little montage or like ensemble of some of our time in Luxor, Egypt. Enjoy. Oh, perfect. So we left on a Thursday night and returned on Sunday evening, and I honestly think that's probably enough time if you just want to see the main things. It's not a huge city, so that's like a long weekend's a perfect amount of time, I would say. This is us driving into like the neighborhood where we spent the first night. So we stayed on one side of the Nile the first night because that's where the sites we wanted to see were, and then for the rest of the night we went to the other side of the Nile, which is like the more city area, I guess. And actually, in this clip here, you can see that's the hotel that we stayed in the next few nights. There's the restaurant we went to the first night. It was like a nice little rooftop. We were the only people there. And as you'll see in a sec, like we had way too much food. Like we finished nowhere near the amount of food. It was also really late, so we weren't super hungry late at night, like 10 p.m. or later. And then the next morning, this is on our drive to see one of the first sites. We went to the Valley of the Kings the first day. We woke up super early so that we could try to go before the heat. And then you take a little golf cart bus thing, and then that will bring you closer to the temples. It's like temples and tombs. And so the next clips will just be a bunch of the interior of those tombs, I guess.
Nein. Da haben wir gesagt, bis ins letzte Detail haben die Graben die Stoffe. Ja.
This one is cool.
I hope you can use flash in here. This is like kind of the entrance to what most of them are like. So I don't remember. I think it's like you get to do 3 with the ticket, and you kind of just choose any 3. It might have been more than 3. I don't exactly remember. Dad was like the designated photographer. I had my Canon camera. And yeah, so this is an example of what it looks like with all the hieroglyphics, and then it seems like on an incline they have like these weird steps you have to go down. Some of them also have like super low ceilings, so you have to be careful to like hit your head, and then I just love this ceiling. I thought that was really beautiful.
Their silent dictum steady in the bluster of cyclonic wind, and I feel tired with the stress of my mainspring. I'm losing slack, keeping this new day, questioning the serene.
Yeah. It's cool though. Oh, I see how they did it. Like,
I also find this cool that on some of the text or some of the old things, whatever they're called, they draw like the lines of what it would have looked like if everything was still intact, and I find that super cool.
they work. Do they work here? Yeah.
Ouais. Bah, tu peux quasiment plus marcher, hein, c'est interdit, hein, parce que ça commence à.
Excuse-moi.
Ça s'affaisse.
Ah oui?
Donc il y a des endroits, c'est interdit. Des endroits où mes parents ont été, moi j'ai pas été. Et c'est encore, il y a encore des restrictions depuis. J'ai fait une connerie en
Okay, so this is the next site we went to. I honestly cannot remember the name of it. I know I could look it up, but don't really feel like it right now. And then you'll see this is the driver made my dad like help drive, but then of course he like was like, oh, now you can pay me extra because you know you got to drive too. And I was pointing at something, and I tried to like look at what he was pointing at, but I don't know, a hole in the mountain, I guess. Yeah. But then, so this is the second site we went to, and yeah, it was still really early in the morning at this point.
Dreams. 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 Dinner tonight. We still haven't done lunch.
Okay, so now we've arrived at our next stay, which was the Winter Palace Sophie Hotel. And we found a great deal on bookings.com, so we were able to stay there. Otherwise, you know, it's super expensive and fancy, and it's where Agatha Christie, the mystery novel writer, where she would stay, because she visited Luxor, and I think Egypt in general she liked to visit. So yeah, it had a beautiful pool. We honestly spent so much time just like lying by the pool, relaxing. It was so hot out, so we did that a lot.
This is our room at the Winter Palace. That's the bathroom in there. Ella's in there. Come in. It's me in the mirror. And then we have a king bed for the two of us. We already kind of started unpacking, so it's a little messy already. It's okay. I have a TV, not going to use that probably. And then, yeah, our little table and the balcony that overlooks the garden. And then that's our parents' room right next to us. So that's their balcony. It's so pretty.
And in the evening, we walked around to see some of the city. They light it up by night, so this is the Luxor temple. Yeah, but honestly, like, the hassling there was so intense that I don't know, it was just very overwhelming. This is our little breakfast view in the morning. Yeah, beautiful view, beautiful breakfast. And then later in the day, my dad and I decided to, like, walk around the less touristy neighborhood, I guess. So then I just took some clips while we were out there. And we really liked this neighborhood a lot more than the other side where we've been hassled just so much because that's where all the tourists go. This was our final site we went to, which was the Karnak Temple. And I think this one might have been my favorite out of the ones we saw. It's also the only one my sister actually came to with us. Oh, but I did want to tell a story at this point about while we were here. So there's kind of just all these, I don't know, it's so huge that you can't see it all. So there's all these like little side street, not streets, but side passages, hidden rooms, etc. And there was this one that was like completely dark. And we went into it, was like right before it closed. So it was like the last place we went to, kind of, the last little thing we saw. And both my sister and I's cameras stopped working while we were inside. Like I was using my Canon camera and I would like take a picture, but nothing was happening. And then I would just like, if I pointed my camera like outside where the light was, then I could take a picture. And it wasn't like the darkness, because like I had it on like the right setting and everything. And like same thing on my sister's phone. Like it wasn't, like she could take the picture, but I don't remember what it was, but something about the photos like came out really weird. And
now it's back to
yeah, that really creeped us out. And like I've never really had that kind of, I don't know, I feel like when I'm explaining it, it doesn't sound as intense as it was to us in that moment, but it really felt like a supernatural type experience, and I've never really experienced it before. Anyway, then we went for pizza and tiramisu, and it was definitely the best pizza I've had in Egypt.